Christmas all out and 3 cheeseburgers.
Damn.
That's why they call you Fat Boy?
Different. No, I'm just fucking with y'all.
Did you hear what you know you was live, right?
I know.
Yeah.
No, I just realized I can't even joke like that. It was off of Friday after next.
All right. Oh shit!
Hey,
yeah, turn
but
your
if
phone down.
it is too,
Yeah, I'll just have to turn mine.
no. I mean, if there is 2 BBWs out there that want to comfort
You want
me
2?
in this time,
2 at one time?
I just need a back rub and a life rub at the same time.
A back rub and a life rub?
Yeah. Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Shout out to a life rub.
That's some new shit, dog.
That's new shit. I created that right now. No, for real, no. If there is a BBW, shout out to my BBWs.
Oh, wait, we live for real? Oh, it says live in the corner. Oh,
We're definitely live, and I'm going crazy already.
I'm just waiting for a few people getting there. Don't know
Hey,
we
come
live.
on
We
now,
about to go.
folks. Hold on, let me
We
get
about
in
to
here.
get this started. Once again, if you guys want to even call in on the show for the conversations that we're talking about, there at the bottom will be strolling. The number is 818-738-LOVE. That's 5683. 818-738. There it is, right there.
All jokes
There we
aside, though, if
All right.
you do know some beautiful women,
And Fat Boy is need a hookup for the
I
holidays.
need comfort.
For the holidays.
I'm hurting.
I don't give it.
Oh, can y'all put like on the top of the screen, like you know how like on CNN, how they put like on the WebEx, like where you from? Like at the top of the screen.
You know what? I need to figure that out. Yeah, that'll
It'd
be
be pretty dope. I ain't gonna.
Yeah. Damn far, Marlon, what you talking about?
No, I was just thinking about that when I saw that.
All right, now we about to get it started. Here we go.
All our illusions will disappear, and all the reasons start to fade.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Reasons, the show where you can give your reasons why you think what you feel about what we're talking about today. We should know this, man. We say no.
Dear brother, how do y'all deal with erectile dysfunction when you're in a relationship?
I wouldn't know how to do it unless I had it.
I had it.
And remember, if they're talking about you behind your back, they behind you for a reason. Peace.
I love y'all.
The reasons that we're here.
What's up? Welcome to Reasons on Fired Up Thursday. It's your boy Fuel in the house.
Fat Boy in the building. You already know what type of time we on. We here.
Yeah, man, we got a heck of a show. As y'all can see, we got a couple of guests today. Yeah, y'all might have seen them before. Y'all might have heard of them, you know what I'm saying? Because they be in the streets. No, they don't. But we got Marlon in the house.
Hey, how are y'all today? How are y'all?
And we got Vladimir. We in the house.
on?
What's up, man? Y'all know.
Yeah,
You know I want to call you the other name, but I ain't gonna do that today.
I feel you.
I'm trying to stay with the nicknames. We just got to talk about government names and shit.
Man, call that man by his name.
But we appreciate you guys tapping in, man. We got a crazy show today. We got something that I deeply want to talk about because we talked about manifestation without a spiritual connection. And I got a story for y'all, so y'all definitely gotta stay tuned for that. And if you guys are watching, make sure that you share, and
Share
subscribe.
or like.
Yeah, and subscribe, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let the word get out. Let's see. All right, so y'all ready to jump on into it or what? Everybody ready?
My last little.
What you doing, man? I'm gonna take you off the camera. You be playing.
I'm sitting.
Like, I'm
out
putting
the game.
What's up to Facebook user? We appreciate you tapping in. Let us know who it is for sure, so we know who y'all are. But we're gonna talk about. Let's go ahead and start off, man. As y'all know, the news is always celebrity stuff going on in the news, man. The alleged victim of the late rapper Takeoff. Y'all know who Takeoff is from the Migos. She's suing, I guess, for assault, a sexual assault charge or whatever. and of course, you guys know that Takeoff isn't with us anymore. So she's trying to actually sue the mother. I guess because the mother is probably the legal owner of the estate or something like that or whatever. So they trying to, put it off, I guess on her,
Yeah.
Do you guys think that's a fair thing to do when the man's not here to defend himself?
First off, I'm going to say that I think that anyone that has been wrongly injustice should be compensated and taken care of. I want to get that out the way. And I wanted to shout out to the victims of this situation if it is true. But I don't think that it's okay. I think that let that man rest. I think that it goes back to kind of what you gentlemen were saying last week about waiting to the last minute until either they pass away or the iron is hot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Striking while the iron is hot and getting a payday. I think that we have to be more respectful for the dead. I think that we have to have more representation. I mean, more respect for our people. But at the same time, I don't want to, if this is true, I don't want anyone to feel like I'm negating their feelings and what they went through or their traumas. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this ain't the time for that. And it just, this definitely looks like a money grab.
Yeah. What do you think, Marlon?
Well, personally, like when you talk about like the money grab situation, like I don't want to speak out of turn when I say this, but a lot of times I do feel like, because there was a situation a while back where I had a friend of mine, a really good friend of mine. She was going through a similar situation, and I was so stuck on like, we need to do this now, we need to do this now, but she was like, wait, no, I have to wait. And I thought about it, and as an older brother, as a friend, and as everything in between, I'm like, well, if you wait, there's a possibility that people can look at it like you're just coming out the woodwork later on when money gets involved.
Right.
Because from a lot of people's point of view, it's like, well, you had the opportunity to say something prior, but because of whatever reason, it was like, you just didn't want to say anything. And so, like, I tell people all the time, it's like, it's best that, if you can, if you're able to be able to go out to the proper authorities and like let it be known what's happening. But at the same time, if you don't, I understand, because that emotional toll and that backlash that you get if if you come out straight ahead, or if you wait till the last minute, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
Right.
I agree.
Right. All right.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know, man. I don't think it's fair necessarily, but I mean, I can understand her seeking out her justice, no matter where his life ended up. You know what I mean?
Right.
She still has to live hers. We can't forget about that.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Really.
Like you said, like if this is something that actually truly happened, although he cannot defend himself, and no one can't speak for him, because they probably wasn't even there, so that it makes the case a whole lot difficult. But to go after a relative, or what I'm saying, and the money of that estate or a relative or whatever that may have something that can reward or whatever, shouldn't even really be a factor. You know what I mean? The thing should be, if you're looking for justice, go through the system, do what you're doing, look for justice or whatever, but it shouldn't be about the money that people, or whatever. You know what I mean? And if it was that, then I can see, them just going through with it or whatever, and just going through the case. But, even if they found them guilty, from the grave or something, it still shouldn't be something to where it has to be about money. So that would be my argument with it. Would you agree, say, Fat Boy?
I mean, it's always going to be about the money if he's gone, right? So I think that JoJo said some things that make sense, right? We can't, no matter if he's here or not here, we have to respect her trauma, right, and what she went through in the situation. I do think that it's always convenient, right, for people to do certain things. But I'm always touchy about these situations because learning how to deal with my own trauma and what that looks like and how to address it and how to verbalize it. It ain't always as easy as we trying to say sometimes.
True.
And so if a payday comes with it, sometimes that's okay too. I mean, and that's not okay. That's unfortunate at times, but sometimes that's at least gonna help. And then, like we were talking before we got on camera, that's on that person, right? I think we have to start moving forward and understanding that, okay, whatever they do, if it's right or if it's wrong, I gotta operate in the right atmosphere or the right stratosphere. And as long as I'm doing the right thing, then God is gonna take care of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I get exactly what you guys are saying. I just don't think it's fair to the rest of the family to have to relive, the situation, whatever that may have been at the time. The past is past, and not involve them. You know what I'm saying? And then and I know it's hard to, of course, sue someone from the grave. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, so what do you do? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to make it seem like, or sound like I don't care about the victim or whatever the case would be. I'm just saying the situation is what it is. And, and it's not, her fault, and it's not nobody else's fault that the man's not here anymore. I mean, it's somebody's fault that he's not here, but you get what I'm saying, though, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I said, I don't think it's fair to bring the family back into this whole ordeal and have to relive things about him or whatever the case may be. I think that's pretty. That's a mental thing for them.
Yeah, for them. That's yeah.
All right, man. Well, speaking of the Migos, as you guys know, Cardi B. Single again, you know what I'm saying? Call me,
they gonna cook the food and all of that. No, I'm playing.
So and I didn't really get into the details. I don't know if you did, Fat Boy, but I didn't really get into the details as to why they actually broke up.
Cheated.
Yeah, but they are broken up now, or whatever. Cardi B, man, this is the thing I like about Cardi, is that she'll hold some stuff in. But then when she keeps it real and go online and tell everybody, it is what it is. So you don't really hear a lot of stuff or he said, she say type of thing when you can hear it straight from her. And she's pretty much honest of letting her feelings out. And she's been doing that from the time, she started getting, in the music and everything and getting known or whatever. She'll go in there and rave or talk about whatever, is on her mind or whatever's going on in her life or whatever, what I'm saying? So that's why I respect her, about and like about her, man, that she's pretty open up, saying. So, Cardi, I mean, if you need to talk to me, call me, talk to me. I'm just saying.
Like, so what, he cheated?
That's what it's saying. I heard he hit Krishan. If you listen, bro, man, because we got great talk.
Who's Krishan? Who is that?
That's Blueface
baby mama.
Little baby mama.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
I gotta go through this with you fellas.
Wait, come on. You went. Who goes? Why would you go low like that?
Because we have a problem. As men, we got an issue, fellas. We think so much with our little head that if our big head told us the truth, we'll tell him it was lying. This shit's so crazy. But
is this the chick without the tooth?
Yeah. She got teeth now.
Well,
she got a fix.
Okay.
But she's pregnant. I mean, she got a baby.
She's pregnant.
But my thing is, I hope it wasn't for the Krishan, but fellas, the grass is not greener on the other side.
Amen.
Let's just say that, man. You got you a woman, she come home, she ain't cheating, she get into a bag. Deal with the shit, fellas. Cause if you leaving your woman, if you cheated on Cardi B, it better be with a
10.
Not even a 10, because you got to think about the woman she is. She got her shit established. Y'all got kids, a mansion, and a life, and you throwing all that away for
each other $1 million gifts
for some sex.
What the heck? Yeah.
And so sometimes as men, we got to really start to look at our own mental. And I'm talking to Offset now, brother. You got to get into some counseling. I got a book for you called Humble. To really for you can address some things, man, because as Black men, we need to really start to address the things that are bothering us emotionally, because I think we're making bad mistakes and we pushing our women and the women that love us towards the others. And I think this is a big part of why our women are going to the others, just like they say with us.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
No, this is you know, there's two sides to every story.
Every story. It's always
there's two sides to every story. You know what I mean? We don't know what the arguments are before in their households, of course, and stuff like that. But I can say this though: if you're gonna do it, just leave.
Yeah,
just leave alone.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. If you're gonna do it, why not just say Cardi B and what's her name just broke up? Not because of somebody else. They just broke up. And then you see them with somebody else from that point or whatever, because they, went on or moved on, that type of thing or whatever. But why does it always have to be this actually, and especially if it's her, we don't know for sure. I don't know for sure. Did you just read that, Fat Boy?
No, this is something I read maybe a couple weeks ago.
Okay, well, we don't know that for sure. Yeah, I can't see it.
This is something I read a couple days ago, but I did hear that's the rumor. Right, so I'm not gonna say for sure, but that's what I heard the rumor was. But I do know that it wasn't nothing crazy, because it had to be cheating, because the last time he cheated and she took him back, and that was like supposed to be his last straw. He was supposed to be working back, and he's been doing his thing. But they were saying that he had already had an issue with serial cheating already. He like Eric Benet.
Really
cheating?
That's the thing though. Can I still go on that? That's the thing though. It's like you should be able to learn from other people's mistakes, right? So it's like if I see somebody, so like for example, right? If I continue to shop at Walmart, knowing Walmart don't have the socks that I want to wear, I can't continue to get mad whenever I keep going back in there saying, "Dang, Walmart, y'all ain't got the socks that I wear." Well, you knew that the last 20 times that you came here, we had a you know what I'm saying? So it's the same way with cheating. And like you said, it's like if you're in a relationship, what's holding you back from just walking out? Like the same way with your job. If you don't like your job, you just you chunk up the deuce and call it what it is.
And even
so it's like the same way in a relationship, because what ends up happening is when you end up damaging that person so much, it's a revolving door. Now they come to the next man or woman, and then that person really wants to love them. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I have a lot of trauma and a lot of this and a lot of that. And, they push people away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to kind of break that cycle, because it's not helping either one of us. Then we have these wars about, oh, we got Black men wanting to date Latinas and wanting to date white women, wanting to date Arab women, and then vice versa. But it's like we got to look within the mirror. You know what I mean?
I don't know. No, I just said
JoJo was asleep. That's why he took you off camera.
No, I didn't take him off camera. No, that's what I'm saying. He did that.
Yeah, no, it died, bro.
Oh, the computer died? Oh, okay.
The computer died.
That's what I'm looking like. What the heck happened, man? Every time, dude.
Every time.
Man, I was up here preaching fire.
You dropping jewels.
Delano Hill, what's up, Delano? He said,
what's up, Delano?
Are you sure it wasn't him that left this time? Yeah, that's what I said. We don't know the full story. I guess we have to look more into that. You know what I mean?
I think she left him, y'all.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do this with y'all.
You say you're not gonna. You know what? And what's up? See, Veg is in the house. What's up, Veg?
Veg.
Shirley Walker's in the house. Appreciate you tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Sure, comment and all that good stuff. I'm gonna get you. JoJo in a minute.
Oh no, you saw it.
What was I gonna say? Oh, what happened to the times where, especially with women, and I'm gonna say women because I've seen it happen before. I grew up with 5 aunts, so but the smart thing that they would do is knowing that this person, if they cheating, whatever the case would be, and knowing the relationship is not gonna last, they pretty much set themselves up to be okay when they, you know what I mean? In other words, like I have one of my aunts that basically knew the guy was cheating, you know what I'm saying, and try to give him a chance or whatever, but still he wasn't fully in trust with that person to where she made sure that when she ended up breaking up with this person that she's okay. You know what I'm saying? As far as just having a game plan to, be like just walk out. You know what I'm saying? So basically, they were actually, had some sort of plan to walk out or whatever, even though they trying to hang in there with you or whatever, but knowing the person that you are, they're gonna leave. So I don't know with women. Do anybody do that anymore?
Well, now most of these women come ready.
Yeah,
they come ready for you to leave. They bring a lot to the table.
They come ready for you to leave.
They
talk to me. Explain that. What that means?
I know
they
we gotta
come
get
with
you back
leverage.
on camera. I'm gonna put Fat Boy on camera so I can put you. So I can get you back up too.
They come with leverage, so they're not in fear of them leaving you or you leaving them. You get what I mean? Like,
wow,
that's a fact.
They've come to a point to where they don't need a man.
That's fact.
I
agree. And that's
I
why
think all of that stuff just dissolved in time. Like those beliefs and all that, like it just went in time because they started evolving and doing their own thing. Like,
and then it's also because we've spent so much time focusing on the financial part of it, we never thought about keeping them in another way. So intellectually, spiritually, emotionally. Sure. So now they've got our formula, right? They figured it out, right? They can provide for themselves. They can do what they need to do. They're progressive. Yeah. So you have to bring more to the table, and your cheating isn't going to work anymore, right? Your infidelity isn't going to work anymore. Your lack of accountability, all the shit men used to do, women is taking over. I feel that it's bullshit at times. It's an excuse, it's a cop-out, but I feel that as men, a way to adjust to that is stop doing the childish shit we was doing when we was 17. Sure. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big part of it. Because when you think you're gonna end up taking care of a woman when you had a teammate.
When you had a what?
A teammate.
You're gonna end up taking care of a woman when you had a teammate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And who wants to do that? No, for real.
For real.
Who wants to trade a teammate for
a liability? That's crazy.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that as men, we're so insecure with dominant women that we want them to be what we want them to be, and we have to understand we have to allow them to be who they are.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's a big part. I think that I don't know what they're going through at home, but I know that she a freak. We know that. I know that she cooking.
Yeah.
You feel me? I know that she ain't cheating on him. You know what I'm saying? So if she doing all of the most of things, none of these women gonna be perfect, bro.
What do you mean?
Like you might let's talk about.
I was gonna say, what you mean?
You're gonna have a woman who she may not talk, may not do nothing. She may not do. There's a lot of dominant women. Young man, Delano Hill, Mr. Sir, loved one. That's my loved one. That's my aunt. But there is a lot of dominant women. What I mean by dominant women is progressive women. Women who are doing their shit, right? We have to get out of the ideology that women are in the house, man. There are women out here that are making more money than us, fellas. And we have to realize that. So we can't come in with just, I got it and you don't. That shit over with.
Right.
They getting it now.
But
so we have to come with a different approach. They do.
That's what I was gonna say.
But you gotta have, but you also have to have more than that. Because you have to understand that you more than just your material worth,
your
finances and things like that. So yeah, but no, money don't make you dominant, but society has made them dominant because they continue to stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
Because we've also, you got to think about time, and you got to think about prior to 1921, a woman couldn't even vote. So they kind of getting their get back.
Okay.
And I think that we got to understand that, and that they in a progressive stage. And if we going to continue to be dominant males, we have to understand and adjust and adapt to the environment that we in, because that's the true Darwinism.
Okay, all right. Greg's in the house. What's up, DJ? Greg's in the house. I see you, dog. He's on the Facebook, y'all.
Watch out there, Greg.
All right, man. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot on that. As
But
well,
yeah, Offset, man, go get your woman back, man. Or if not, man, I don't want to see you paying for tricks. I'm sorry. I don't want to see you tricking.
Well, it's the thing though too with women. When they really done, they're done.
Yeah, fact.
When they're done, they're done.
It's tough.
You know what I'm saying? So, and she's already gave him a chance. You know what I'm saying? Or try to ignore the past thing that happened, and it's happened again. You know, if she's really putting her foot down or whatever, and even online talking about how they're broken up and all this type of stuff, she's pretty much done. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, you know, but the thing is, you know, you got kids though. You know what I'm saying?
He can go get it.
And that's sometimes,
Is he wrong necessarily? Because you got to think, like you said, when a woman's done, she's done. But that just means that she's been done. You get what I mean? Like, we all know that women have a way of actually removing themselves 5 steps before they even make their real move.
But you can see the writing on the wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can see the writing on the wall because she'll do little subtle things to let you know, like,
I
was
just telling Marlon that today, like, there was a million signs that I seen that I ignored. You know, that I just ignored, y'all, before my fall. No, look, Delano says, look at Monique's marriage. She's strong. She's a strong money making woman, but she's not the dominant in her house. I agree. I'm not saying that because she's a dominant woman doesn't mean that she's a dominant in her house. What I mean that she's a dominant woman in the sense is that she's been doing it on her own. And so you can't take that away from her. I'm just learning from my own mistakes. I'm just saying she's a dominant woman. You can't take that away from her. She's been doing this shit on her own.
Yeah. So she's good with or without you.
With or without
exactly.
you. You gotta be you as men. That shit kills us.
Yeah.
We cannot understand that. We can't digest that.
Do you think? Let me ask y'all this. Do you guys think that you definitely have a successful, if a woman is successful in a business and you come along, do you feel that you have to be just as successful as her in order to, you know, for that not to feel that domination or whatever?
I used to.
You know what I mean?
I used to feel like you have to
be up to her level or whatever.
I used to. I used to. But I think that you have to be confident in yourself to know that she chose you and she knew where you were. Right.
But what about going into that, like knowing that this person can be good with or without you?
You got to be confident in who you are, because knowing that she could have chose anyone else.
Right.
This is the woman at the top of the food chain, because this is my mistake also. This is a woman at the top of the food chain. She could have chose any other man she wanted, but she chose you.
True.
That's a big deal. And so we have to be confident in ourselves to say, hey, she chose me.
Yeah.
And
because in their case, they pretty much up there together.
Right. No matter what she says, as long as I'm going to be her helpmate. See what I'm learning, and we're going to talk about this later on, that I don't think that men have enough strength at times to be her helpmate, because we're in a different time. We still in an archaic time where men run everything and roam everything. But if she making $100,000, my nigga, and you making 35, you working at Walmart,
right?
Ain't nothing wrong with you cooking, my nigga. I'm just being honest with you. No, and that's the problem.
It is having the confidence. It is having the type of relationship
in yourself as a man,
and what you're bringing to the table is something that
I'm valuable.
That's valuable to her as well.
If she can make, if she made $10 million a day, I'm valuable.
Right.
And I think that that's a confidence as men we have to move into the relationship with. Our money don't bring us value. That's why we fail a lot. Because we can have a lot of money and we be dicks.
Yeah, that's true. And that's
we don't know how to treat them.
Yeah.
And they leave, and she end up like with Diddy, she end up fucking a trainer.
That's crazy.
And then you end up paying her 30, 20, 10, 15 years later. You know what I'm saying? It's just because you don't know how to do, you don't know
and that's a true fact that sometimes you have wealthy women or very high careered women that basically try to be with someone on their level, end up getting, cheated on or whatever the case may be, and they go get somebody else that's, you know, that's less, you know, but giving them more value. You know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, their time, as far as the compassion they showed towards for her or whatever the case may be, because those are the things that she was missing. You know what I mean? And so it doesn't matter. The money part doesn't matter at that point. You know what I mean? It's a point of, if I'm going to be happy with you, if you're going to be happy with me or whatever, it doesn't matter about the income situation.
Yep.
So, yeah.
They'll give you the blueprint, man. They'll you just got to be willing to listen.
True.
And that's one thing that I'm learning. Like you have to be willing to listen, because she only gonna tell you a certain amount of times.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, you might be on the chopping block.
You're always on the chopping block.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
always
You might be on the chopping block.
eligible bachelor.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Was that Veg said, yeah, I've dated men that were rich and they had no personality. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I said. Money don't give you personality. You know what I mean? You gotta have that natural.
Make you look what you already are. You a lame, you a lame.
You know, exactly. All right, man. Let's get into the next one. Is your computer? Is it charged
It's
back
getting
up?
there. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're getting there. Nah, it's not on yet. Let me hit that.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this next one while we get JoJo together there. Charleston. Oh, yeah, we're gonna talk about Charleston White, then we're gonna get into history of blackness. Charleston White.
What's wrong with Charleston White?
They whooped his ass on stage.
What?
I mean, they didn't really whoop his ass. They tackled him and stuff.
Yeah, Charleston White was attacked on stage at one of his shows. I think it was a week or so ago. And of course, he went online and he talked about it as far as, you know, he made it seem like, you know what I'm saying, they were, you know, they try to come and kick his ass. They ain't really do nothing. You know, he just had that mentality like, you know, they ain't shit. They didn't do nothing. You know, they, you know, talk all of this stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know.
Who was
Fat
it?
Boy? No, I'm not good with Charleston White. Period. Anyway.
You don't like him?
I don't necessarily don't like him.
Care for him.
I
don't care for him.
and this is the reason why. This is the reason why. Do y'all want to know why?
Yeah, I would like to know.
Both of y'all like.
I'm interested now.
Because some things he does, you know, make sense, but the things that don't make sense outweighs it to me. And what I'm meaning is,
say what you mean.
Well, say for instance, or whatever, you know, the whole snitch thing or whatever, the whole you know, how he just sticks his chest out about everything. And then this is the thing that got me the most, is how he says that he does not, you know, it's about the money for him. Period. It's about the money. He's not he don't give a shit about the community. He don't care about all these things or whatever, you know. And so when someone talks like that, I don't know. It just it does something to me. It just make me not. I don't want to hear. I don't want to. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, okay, man, you're just a rambler or whatever, and everything that you're talking about on social media is just for the money and it's just for the likes or whatever, and all that kind of stuff or whatever, you know. But yet you say some real shit that people can actually go off of it and learn from or whatever, you know. And then yet you talk all this foolishness or whatever. So that's kind of like why I'm not really too, you know. But I'll let y'all go. What y'all think?
I think.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, like, well, what do y'all think? Like, what else is he supposed to be in it for? I get the community and all that, but we all be in this for money.
But I think that,
you feel me?
No,
like,
well, I'm not.
We trying to create a living, bro.
That's just his. See.
No, it's the passion. No,
after that last interview,
Fat Boy. No, it was the passion that he has of not wanting to be a part of the community or don't want to support the community. It's the passion of it. But I mean, no, but he started off.
That's bullshit.
No, but he started off
because look at the message he's sending.
No.
So talk to me.
I'm gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
This is how I know it's bullshit. I think that he has tricked society and social media. I think that he has learned how to handicap and kidnap the algorithm. I think that he has learned that niggas react to negative shit more than they react to positive shit. So if I say I'm here for the money and fuck the bitches and kick them all in the ass, and Deion Sanders' son knees need to be broke and all of this shit, then you're gonna bring some attention, because when you look at his resume, right? Because my girl told me this, and it's your actions. See, the shit you say, cool, but the man's actions is showing that he is a community activist.
Really, what actions? What did maybe I need to look into that. Tell me,
you gotta Google him.
Yeah,
like
he
definitely
have
to.
I heard something about
boards.
city council meetings.
He's sitting council meetings. He's going to juvenile detention centers, speaking to youth, at-risk youth. He's doing a lot of things. But before, what he said was, when he was trying to bring the attention to these issues of African American youth are not able to read over the above the grade of 3rd grade or some shit like that. You know, that HIV is rampant in the African American community between the ages of 15 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? And so he's addressing some real issues. I think that his approach is a little bit different than we like.
Yeah.
And I think
that's it.
We got to get out of that. We got to get out of that the information, because that was my big part of things. A challenge and the shit that's supposed to make you better ain't gonna make you feel good. When it come across, it's going to be uncomfortable, and it's going to be unusual.
Okay.
But the key to being a great person is adapting to that and growing from those situations. But I think that we stuck on trying to be what we think society should be. And he's going against
or what
the grain,
everybody else,
or what everybody else say.
Expect him to be, or
I love it. Like I told you, after that last interview with the Deion Sanders, I seen that soundbite. But that was the smallest part of that whole damn interview.
Yeah.
He was really dropping real. I ain't watched Colorado and they went to shit. What I tell you, Fuel? I said if he did something wrong, that team is not going to be good this year.
And I would argue. You know, I'm going to argue that.
I know you're going to argue that.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about spiritually. I'm just talking about doing what's right. And yes, he made it right for his son. And yes, his son is popular. But yes, he set the right position. But it's bigger than us. It's bigger than our individual families.
Yeah.
Until we realize that, we're going to continue to be the ass in. It's only going to be 5 of us at the breakfast instead of 300 of us.
Well, the problem is us expecting someone else to be the I don't know, sort of like a better word, mascot.
It's not about being a mascot. It's about being a proper representation.
Or proper representation. Okay, so even that or whatever is kind of like, you know, the first thing you're going to, and I don't care who you are, the first thing you're going to worry about first is your family. That's going to be
right.
Utmost first and all, regardless. You know what I'm saying? And if my family can get to a certain point where I know wouldn't get it no other way, you know, just by, you know, staying here, when I can actually have an opportunity to go here and put my family up here with me, or whatever the case may be, then that's what's going to happen first.
But that wasn't what this was.
But that's what no, that's wasn't how that probably wasn't his intention from the very beginning, or at least that's what it was. You know, that wasn't what it was.
This was positioning, Fuel.
Okay, but still, the point is,
he brought his son to Colorado.
Deion Sanders was Deion. We're not gonna go into Deion Sanders.
I know we're gonna be
started. He started, but Fat Boy. Before you even say that, you got to think though. He did start all of his high school games and his college.
He was
games,
all listen.
Yeah.
He was already Deion Sanders. What I'm saying is, we have to start to take the eyes off the people who are saying they are doing, and looking at the people who are doing. Right? Because as me and Marlon know, the grassroots is the council meeting. So getting a bunch of black players to go to Colorado don't change no legislation, King.
True.
Right?
True.
But Charleston White going and talking about the influx of cocaine and these things in his community, that's a direct impact of what's going on in the black community. So who helping?
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
a couple jerseys and a couple beacon of hope, because what you're saying is, he doesn't have to have the responsibility of the beacon of hope, but he can look like he the beacon of hope.
But what
Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this though. So it's two sides, right? So Charleston White, he could be speaking to, the quote unquote dope boy or the guy on the corner, right? Because he might speak their
Right.
language. The same way, like if I might go to a council meeting buttoned up and might be talking, to the governor
Right.
or whatever, but you got to know your distinct lane. Dion could probably be like, okay, he's from Fort Myers, right? Dion's from Fort Myers, so he could talk both on the corporate side because he's with Affleck, he's hanging out with Coach Saban and all those
entertainment
guys.
business for it and everything.
Yeah, so he can maneuver though, but it's like I think he's being more strategic because he knows that he can't go to the city council meetings like Charleston White can. But then on the same token, it's like Charleston White, how he acts in the media, I don't necessarily know how is he acting when he goes to these board meetings. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you can't that's not something you just turn off and on like that.
I like
Great point, Marlon.
I like Delano's comment here. He said, I can understand why you feel that way about him. You may see the character more than the person. As a person that consumes his content, yes, I can see when the real man is speaking and when he's acting.
I agree.
That's a true fact. And I appreciate that comment because I didn't really look at it like that.
Yeah.
I didn't look at it like that at first. And that's a good way to look at it because, sometimes you do get in a certain atmosphere or a certain part, just like Marlon was saying, and you act a certain different way, you know what I'm saying? Because you're doing something pertaining, to the audience, to that audience or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you're going to be likable to, the niggas on the street if you're talking street shit. You're going to be not likable to the people in Congress or in the offices or whatever if you're talking the right shit in the office. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, and I appreciate that comment, Delano. That's what's up. Let's get some more comments real quick. He said he changed laws.
He's changed laws. Absolutely,
laws. Yeah,
yes.
And that's the other thing too. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I just went on a personal rant about him.
Most people do.
I just went on a personal rant. Yeah. It was kind of like instead of me, especially being, on this platform or whatever, I should have dug deeper into really what he does or whatever, as opposed to really just shoot my opinion out there or whatever. So my apologies, to that, but still personality wise, I just don't like it anyway.
Yeah, and that's fine. Most people do.
But that's just, he might not like me. Shit, you know what I'm
most
saying?
people didn't like Malcolm X either.
Oh no, who's take a cold shower? Who said take a cold shower? Start taking cold showers. Jeremiah, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Is this you?
Huh?
This is you?
No, that's not for me.
No, not the comment. It's picture.
Oh yeah. Oh man, hold on, man. You stopping the show this stuff.
I'm sorry, I had to, bro.
He's like, is this fuel?
No.
He's on my other computer. That's why. Don't pull up the porn.
I just feel like for Charleston White that we gotta handle it with kid gloves. I agree with both of y'all in Dion's situation. Charleston does as Charleston does as well. He said in the interview. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't read today.
There, go.
He says he's literally a living representative of putting the veggies in the candy. You're here for the candy, but getting the nourishment with the game. Veggies. He's between the other nonsense that niggas love. I agree. I mean, he's spitting between.
But you made a valid point too. You know what I'm saying?
He manipulating the algorithm.
He manipulated the algorithm.
He's smart.
Yes.
He's actually broke the internet.
It's
because
not easy for me to.
Like you said.
Go ahead. My bad.
Like you said, or I'm saying, like I said, if you do the work, he probably the only one that get the full watch interview besides Dorian and them. They watching his whole interviews. They listening to Charleston. Okay. And while we making sound bites about him, they really listening and getting game from him.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Were you able to come back up yet? Oh, you need a code. Hold on, wait a minute. All right, but let's get in. We can
do history and blackness.
Yes, let's get into history and blackness.
John knocking shit all around.
I'm saying my government on here.
I know, right? What's going on? Hey, so yeah, here we go, man. History and blackness with Fat Boy.
Today we bring y'all a special one again, another one. We're gonna bring y'all Adam Clayton Powell, an American Baptist pastor, politician, and civil rights leader. He was born November 29, 1908. He was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and he died April 4th, 1972 in Miami, Florida. He went to Colgate University in New York, in Hamilton, New York. Got his bachelor's in 1930. He attended Columbia University, got his master's in 1932. He succeeded his father as a pastor of the Abyssinian Baptist Church in 1937, and eventually grew the population to over 13,000, or the members to over 13,000. He grew a formidable public following in Harlem through his crusades for jobs and housing for the poor. Some call him the voice of Harlem during his time. He won an election to the New York City in 1941, making him the first Black man to ever serve or hold that office. He won an election to the U.S. House of Representatives as a Democratic from Harlem, and then he served 11 successive terms in the House and became chairman of its Education and Labor Committee in 1960. He worked alongside the names of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and also he was close friends, a lot of people don't know, with your boy Lyndon Johnson. So shout out to Adam Clayton Powell. He's actually the real reason that they passed the labor law. They took the picture. Lyndon B. Johnson took the picture with Martin Luther King, but really the mediator between a lot of those laws and legislations, that those executive orders that Lyndon B. Johnson passed, they really were on the Johnson path. So that's a bar for y'all. You know, I know y'all didn't know that. So when y'all see that picture, when you see that picture of Adam Clayton Powell, when you see that picture of Martin Luther King and Lyndon B. Johnson, that was really supposed to be Adam Clayton Powell, but it was more politically aligned with the message of civil rights, and that's why he was there instead of Adam Clayton Powell, because at the time Adam Clayton Powell was going through some investigations and through some things like that, some legal things. So shout out to Adam Clayton Powell for everything he's done. He has a street named after him in Harlem. Yeah, man, he one of the greats, one of the legends, and a playboy.
Yeah, you know that y'all know I was already saying I don't care what y'all say. He looked white to me.
He's a brother. He's the first black man to ever hold that. He looks
white to me. He's mixed with a little Indian or something. You know what I'm saying? My uncle has straight hair like that. My grandmother's part Indian, so I know.
you know, he Indian, huh?
He gotta be. But anyway, or Latino, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, shouts out to him, man.
Shouts out to Adam Clayton Powell, y'all.
That's what's up. All right, man. Let's get into this next one, dog. All right. I got a story for y'all with this one. So which I'm gonna kind of start off with, and then y'all tell me, but is manifestation without spiritual connection a means of failure?
Yep.
Manifestation without is it a spiritual connection a means of failure? Without means of failure. Without spiritual connection, what's wrong with me? I can't get it out right, y'all. But and I guess I was excited to talk about this because earlier this week, y'all, I don't know, maybe a wake-up call. I had a wake-up call. And you guys remember when we talk about the chart? You make a what do you call it?
A vision board.
A vision board. Yes, thank you.
Sir.
Thank you. Yes, you make a vision board. You know what I'm saying? And you try to make those things come true. And I realized that everything, and I've told y'all that before. I said that everything on that vision board came true. When I moved here from Kansas City, whatever, I got to act, and not know just extra roles. I was actually in shows where I still get residual checks from. You know what I mean? I had the car. I was in a Range Rover Well, first I had a BMW convertible, you know what I'm saying? I was in a Range Rover, you know what I'm saying? Then I had a condo in Montebello, you know what I'm saying? And then had shit clothes out the woo-ha, different hats every daggone week. You know what I'm saying? I was doing the damn thing. At least I thought, right? And it came to me because even though I am a spiritual person, I'm a praying, and I'm raised in a Christian family and everything, and that was my manifestation that I wanted those things or whatever. It occurred to me, you guys, that when I got those things, I didn't stay true to myself spiritually. You know what I mean? And when I say that, I mean I did not pray as often as I did, before I got everything, because I prayed about it. I want, you know what I'm saying? That was my spirit. I was like, hey, this is gonna happen, glory to God, Jesus, blah, 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 all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got it, I was doing stupid shit. Let me tell y'all, in 2016, I probably made over $200,000 a year, at least, because I sold cars too. So I was up there in a decent, bracket, but I fucked it off. And the reason I fucked it off is because I didn't stay within the prayer. I didn't stay, you know what I'm saying? And this is what that I want other people to understand too, is sometimes when you basically get those things that you pray about and God gives you those things, he can take it from you as well.
Absolutely.
Because you've ignored, you know what I'm saying, him from that point, and you're going to get slapped, and a lot of people might not believe that. They just think, oh, you lost it because, whatever. No. With me is because I knew spiritually that I was not staying connected with my higher power, and it doesn't matter what higher power you are, you know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody, has a different, higher power, as far as when it comes to Christianity or religious and stuff like that. That's fine. You know what I mean? It's just that connection that you have to get the things that you want or whatever. You can lose that, you know what I'm saying? Just by not staying in there, So one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up is to see either not the fact, not to see it, because I know I'm not tripping, not to see if I'm tripping, because I know I'm not tripping. I know that's really what it is. When I had everything that I wanted, that I had on that board, on that vision board, and it pretty much has lost it and has to start all over, then I get back into the prayer and stuff like that, and I get back into spirituality and everything, and then I started getting stuff a little by little. When you see those differences of that balance or whatever the case may be, that's just show that you cannot have one without the other. And if you do have that one, you're going to lose it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to lose it in some kind of way, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's in money wise, whether it is, personality, whether it's losing somebody, whatever, you're going to lose when you get out of that, that combination of manifestation and spirituality. You know what I mean? And so I wanted to share that, man, because I just felt like I just need to share that today so people know, that you have to have both. You have to keep them both. You know what I'm saying? Now, so y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. I know I went a little bit longer.
I agree because me and Fat Boy literally had a similar conversation to this today. And yeah, I've been feeling some type of way about certain stuff because there's something that I had been trying to get for like almost a decade, and like things are gradually coming to pass, but it's not coming fast enough. So but I stay firm in prayer, and I pay my tithes and offering and stuff like that to my church and stuff like that. And it's gotten to the point now where it's like things aren't moving as fast as I would like them to, but they're moving. You get what I'm saying? So to your point, it's like I have a vision board also as well, and I write things down like with Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision to make it plain upon tables, right? So I do the same thing. And things that I've asked for have come to pass. And I remember one time I had a couple grand, right?
Yeah.
And messing around with your boy Fat Boy over there, I ended up losing it all.
Mess with Fat Boy.
Losing it all.
Uh-huh.
And so I told God, I was like, hey, if you give me another couple G's in my pocket, I promise you, I ain't spending a dime.
Yeah.
And I stayed true to that. True to that. I've been holding on to my money like a old church woman.
Yeah.
Holding on to every dollar.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's basically the experiences that I've had. And for some reason, I don't know why, earlier this week, it was kind of like, that was my questions. Why do I keep getting this shit and then I lose it? You know what I'm saying? And what is it that I'm not doing that I used to do then to even get it? You know what I'm saying?
Grateful for where you are.
Yeah,
where you are and where you're
it's
going.
not being grateful, it's not being humble. It's kind of like you get it, and I really think that's a lot of things that happen with us as Black folks, because a lot of us, when we don't have or haven't gotten a lot of things or whatever, once we get it, we just feel like we can just kind of like get it again or blow it and think, oh, I got this now. You know what I'm saying? But then not understanding that, man, these are the things that you prayed for. These are things that basically how you think you're going to keep it by stop praying.
Exactly. Not staying connected to the source.
Exact. Stay connected to the source. Exactly.
I think part of the reason is because I listen to too much rap music.
I think a lot of it is that too.
I've been listening to too much Rick Ross.
That too. I mean, I was telling JoJo that. I was just telling JoJo that I agree wholly with you. I manifested my last woman, and because I didn't stay spiritually connected, it was funny. My grandma kept telling me, son, grandson, find time for God, go pay your tithes, because He gonna take it all away. And He slowly did. I think that we don't understand that as men, it is very important that we maintain our spiritual connection to the higher power. It's pivotal to our success in life. I think that, like you said, Fuel, when you get a little success or you see the benefits of your prayer, you forget what got you there.
Exactly.
And you forget, like Marlon said, being to stay connected to the source and understanding the value of what got you there. I think that being humans, we get a little overconfident. We forget that it wasn't us, it was the prayers.
Yeah.
We forget that it wasn't us, it was God moving and guiding us through it. We just made the right choice. We listened to Him. That's what makes Him so amazing. But I think that as men, because we so focused on doing it on our own, we don't understand that it's very important to stay connected to Him, because He is the only one we can truly talk to.
Yeah.
And that's just what I'm learning through in my little journey right now. Is I've been getting up every morning. I've been reading my Bible. I started from Genesis 1, and my spiritual connection is a little bit better and a little bit different, and it's bringing me a little more clarity now. I think that a big reason why I've lost everything I've lost because of, like you said, I didn't remain connected.
Yeah, staying connected to the source, like Marlon was saying, man, that's, I think that's a big thing, a big lesson, especially for today, for anyone that's out there that's listening. You have anything, JoJo?
I'm like, I can deep, man. I'm soaking up the game right now.
You got deep with it.
Like Fat Boy said, I agree with Marlon, man. Like,
yeah,
you can't really go nowhere without staying connected to the source.
Yeah,
you'll look up and it's all gone.
Yeah,
you'll get comfortable.
Yeah, and this is the importance. There's just the importance of it, or whatever. Is just what I started realizing, because if you guys, understand, we had the studio and everything like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it was more at that time, finance. Fat Boy. It was about, oh man, we got to make money. We got to do this. We got to do this, or whatever the case may be. Instead of staying and keeping that, staying in prayer, keeping in, in touch with the source, and believing in it and just trusting in it, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, He didn't take it all away, because we still here. But it was a wake up call.
It helps you establish faith.
Yes,
I was going to say that's another huge part of it. Is faith.
It helps you establish faith. I think that we, like I said, we humans, so we get so caught up in in our narcissistic way and thinking that it's all love and all us, and don't understand that it's all planned out, it's all written, and that we just walk in the path that was already made for us. And so we just have to understand that and be